Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Getting back to it, the lovely Brit. Ah, Dream Daddy! He is a Dream Daddy. This came out before, I think it came out a little, I'm not sure if they came out around the same time, but he's pretty much a Dream Daddy. Somehow the thick arcade jargon classier when draped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first, I think he's stepping away to end the game, that he's letting his stock of 50 extra dues slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash, holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to the movie where some dude pays dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and, Cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place. There you go. A little bit of a rip-off. I don't know if they intended it. You know, they may have been working on this game for a while, so who knows. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling out in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers I key in. Customer wants to buy a movie for $3K. What to do? In less than a minute, I had my response. Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes. Absolutely yes. Sell the relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Uploading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit. It also feels kinda weird being taken advantage of this guy's lack of grasp on the real cost of an old arcade machine. I knew all this workplace trauma was going to catch up to me at some point. But with this random breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. He likes hard answers. Because he is a kind, gentle giant. It's an older game and it actually only costs us about $200, but, well, it's part of the arcade, sir. I expect this apparent gazillionaire to protest and not getting his way, but he's smiling. You're right, this is Mr. Mopey's home, after all. I can't do a British accent very well. Let's compromise. I'll pay you $1,000 American and own the game, but you keep it here. And in return, I get to play as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing. That way, I can keep chasing the score, but your arcade stays whole. I'd hate to break up a lovely family. Naomi will be relieved to hear that. Even if Gavin may flay me for passing up $2,000. He's looking at the art style. Yeah. No, we're playing Arcade Spirits, Dexter. Good. I'd hate to make Naomi cry. How could I live with myself? Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kinda ignoring that he exists. What the... man? What kind of arcade is this, anyway? F this. I'm going to Deco's Palace. And we just lost a customer, stomping his way out of the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Accent, though. As for the players, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, and clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Alright, I gotta say this. Digging that dad bod. That cuddly, cozy teddy bear physique, that Benedict Cumberbatch accent, he's soaked in compassion and empathy for others. Yes, please. That is me. Dad bod, teddy bear. He could have just waltzed out of here with that money. He didn't. He cares about more than money, and more than his own high school, and more, yeah. He's more mature than me, but that's more than okay in my book. I've always been attracted to that age bracket. This is true. This is true. I'm sure he could teach me a thing or two. About Moby, I mean, right? So you know Naomi. He's happy to talk even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Ah, my heart. Why is everyone so attractive on this game?
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant? I was here when Francis seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Sephiroth Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So you're seriously just been playing Moby all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling.
Moopy. I keep saying Moby, it's Moopy. Okay.
I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once.
Yep, Moopy.
Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play it.
Yeah, I clicked it too fast. Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually am a high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy's been standing here since I was working the morning shift, hours and hours. And he's still only about 720k into this game. I can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. Let's just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions burn like fire. So, gonna get your movie dipped in gold? If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have my game coated in solid gold and crusted with diamonds. Gold's heavy. It'd break through the full door. At mentioning money, he loses interest. Not that he's annoyed, he's just far more focused on his mates than any financial tips. But you know, it'd be shiny, right? Huh?
Don't think so.
Aw. I don't throw around money to impress people. Money removes obstacles, nothing more, nothing less. It's like a tool any others. I do day trading stocks and bonds, but I'm here for Moopy and not to offer physical advice, right? I should have said something funnier. Must load. See if I can get a better.
Of course.
So they're all related to money. Right. There we go! So, I take it your high score is more important to you than your bank account. The way you just decided to buy a movie, I mean. Right. Of course, the score is more important. Of course, the score is more important than anything. Except eating and paying rent. More important than anything. few hours of day trading after I get home keeps the bank balance in balance. Anyway, anybody could do it if they have the head for numbers. He points to the current score at the top of Loopy's screen. If I'm going to define myself by a number, this is the one I choose. I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know the arcade is home to those who've made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. I've my passions, the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. When I'm not deep in the middle of a game, I mean. I'm trying so hard to do a British accent for him as I'm reading his lines. Oh, I know it sounds terrible. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Be seeing you, Mr. Kata. Yet another weird encounter. Alright. See you in a bit. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. Oh, Lord. Alright, I'm not gonna even try anymore. I knew it was bad, but I didn't think it was that bad. I can't help but wear a goofy grin as I walk away. A hot guy with a big heart? Yep, still my type. Still, I shouldn't have got ahead of myself here. He's a Funplex regular. Let's keep an eye on him. Preferably two. Let's see, what to handle next. Alright. I'll wait till Blue Rose comes back, because both of you are deciding who I romance. So I'm gonna wait for her to come back. Himbo! Oh yeah, he's absolutely a himbo. The himmiest of himbos. Best. That's one vote for Himbo. Here's a snuggle boo, and a wiggle, 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 wiggle with you. His belly's so squishy. His name is Percy, and he's here to stay. He's squishy, puts the smile on your face. A big tickle spinning well, and he will say, I love you. He's a tickle me Percy. What does that emoji mean? Is it a frown? Alright, so we've seen the himbo. So far, Dexter votes himbo. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me about it earlier today, while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. 1 year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and... Yeah, I can't even speak today. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the whole world over by... I thought I was about to sneeze. My top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these are words that...
What the f***?
Oh, I love her. What in the actual is that? No, these are definitely all the words my mother would disapprove. Okay, so I sneeze, thank you. No, these are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be effing me. There is no effing way that is even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even effing connect. F this game. F it all night long. Get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, Scrub. I saved up a little something extra for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for hard. Oh hey, did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? How have you been farming? How could you... XP share technique with Greek waves? Take this. Take this fivefold effing explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? Oh, that was perfect.
Oh, GG.
Yeah.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Yay, yay. One of the best characters right there. Let me save. I don't want to screw up talking to her. She's one of my favorites. My dry eyes painfully Blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during the whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade machine and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at?
A queen, that's what.
Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
That would be me if I was actually there. I wouldn't be able to even speak. Be groveling. That's what would be happening. Seeing as I don't even know how to begin to even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. Talk about dominating personality, I feel the urge to kneel and submit. Look, let's be frank about this. I know my tastes, and Queen Bee's got the whole package. Honestly, both of you know, this is what I want. This, right here, is what I want. This. Specific archetype. Exactly. Okay. The sass, the dirty mouth, keen fashion sense. Rose knows. Dexter knows. Oh, be still, my subservient little heart.
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy.
I apologize. She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna f***ing quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professional, wholly competitive player of the game. This game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You? You work here?
She likes gutsy answers. Move for attendant. And if you're not careful with your snark, I can show you to the exit. Oh, you're a cute one. Sassy and direct.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Sephiroth. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers got to stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I figure that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here besides Purpur and Tio. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, She's even making my job into a competition. Out there isn't a betting pool, too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you were talking about.
Whoa.
You've been living under a rock for the past decade? You consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. I owe you, sweet child. You are innocent and pure. She has no idea. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Sure, I'd like to learn more. It's part of my job to know all about the games here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I shall take advantage of it. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress. This is literally how I talk about it. That's literally how I would do this. Oh god, this is crazy. I can't even right now. Oh lord. Yep. This is so funny. Oh god, this is. I can't. This is so fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
Yep. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile. You are, Sarah. The way I interact with all these characters is me. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can just plug one of these cabinets into the internet, so you use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. Chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex from my home. There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope. No way.
Haha. F no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. Fodder? With a bunch of fodder. As in FOD. I can't even. FOD or fodder. It's, you know, chum. Lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade cabinet. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. Ah, my crew's starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep.
What time is that for me? It's Eastern. Maybe this takes place in New Jersey since we have Funplex. Trying to calculate right now in my head without looking at my phone what is 2:25 p.m. Eastern. So if 12 is 3 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, okay, good to know.
What the?
I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure, one thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little bit? Got kids around here. That would be great. We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Email. school thing. Got kids around here and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it at a PG-13 rating. Now, if you excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick. Later. Then with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig and the shouting and milder swearing starts up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Is it wrong for me to crave being stepped on by her? Hey, I gotta be me. Yes. How? How does the game know exactly what I was thinking? Oh, I'm losing my mind right now. Can we just... Is it wrong for me to crave being stepped on by her? I can't even... This is exactly what I would say. Got good chemistry so far, note to self. Check with Gavin about the ethics of dating your customers. Not that I'm committing to anything here. Just, you know, let's see what to handle next. And finally, in the distance I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was to complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was, rowdier, too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Trying to clear that way, pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980 Blink. I can't help but... One moment. Had to get a package. We still going? It's not a cherry flashback right to the 1980s. I can't help but nod in my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime's stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime's stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Sephiroth? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning against the back wall. Did you see that, Tio? Got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I did. Doing great. I remember last month you couldn't even pass that song. Toad's impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. When you do, you can be the one who brings in the new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes drift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. Go to my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song, can you blame me? Getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Dance with a hottie like you, absolutely. Could feel my cheeks flush lately. Cute boy just asked me to dance with him. Granted, it's for an important arcade dancing game rather than junior prom, but this rarely happens to me. Facts. Heart skips a beat before I can find enough composure to respond. What? Me? Really?
Hello.
You and only you. How can I resist to asking guys such as myself? As yourself.
Hey, wait. You're new here.
Ask a guy such as yourself, yeah. You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo! Teo's the best! Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our leader, yeah.
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you. I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Well, stretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. He likes these. Go for it! I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. One does not simply refuse to play a dancing game with an attractive guy. It's like that one dream I keep having, but it's actually true. I mean, a different dream than the one where I'm giving a speech in front of the class and forgot to put on pants. Without thought, I take his hand. Yes, 1,000 times yes. As I'm about to step on the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way, creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Sephiroth. Really? I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He's actually pretty good at Showtime's stage, now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Sephiroth regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Sephiroth. Hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play it. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. What about you and your feelings? My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it. Joke? Good. We can start by getting to know workplace safety together. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you gotta break up the van. Unless you want to film one of those retro 1960s public service announcement videos where someone loses a leg dancing off the stage and into a crowd. Oh, yeah. Guess we're kind of overdoing it a little, shaking hands with danger. Hey, when the heat is on and the lights are shining, these things happen. I'll take care of it. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps on the stage, cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen. We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Oh man, but why? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. Except for his first day, so let's show him some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Great, now I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. Because I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Sephiroth's just doing his job. Reluctantly, the crowd shuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I'm not generally impressed with how Tiokin captured his community's attention. Listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Sephiroth has spoken. Sorry to walk away ready for my next adventure when I remember something I should do. Turn back to Teo? Yeah, Teo. Yeah, hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I said that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? And with that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace, my work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding up behind
Good
me.
day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you, while others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat going. Got a crappy phone plan, my texts aren't free. Valid point, I'll look into it.
Impressive.
Impressed with how you handled yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it, and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying. Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired him yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering.
Ooh.
Sephiroth's off to a great day. Here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst generally. And yet, I can't say the funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers. I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for after all. I've only got a few hours till closing. It's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourselves. I've still got paperwork to handle. Come on, don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What, Naomi? Sneak in early. You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. Girls are giggling and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. Yeah.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Oh, general shock. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying immediately. I vaguely concerned.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
A birthday party? How old are the kids, may I ask? Oh, it's our 5th birthday. I'll have to be young again. 5-year-olds? Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide, trembling. Throwing ski balls overhand into the class, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into the coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom! The end is nigh.
Well, I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Right, battle stations, everyone. I'll take the ticket tests so I can oversee operations. Ashley greet the kids. Naomi watch for hardware damage. Sephiroth, rolling duty. Look for trouble, do what you can, prepare yourselves. They are coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot, minivans discouraging kindergartners, and suddenly... chaos! An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, mashing buttons, eager to get their game. I know Dex relates to this. Eager to get their game on and even just pretend to be playing. The crew assembles battle stations, Naomi by the Fragile. Oh, nice. Ashley near the door, trying to distract the incoming kids and greet them. Ooh, I love laser tag. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults. Beats waiting in line at the change machines. As for the programmers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exits, abandoning them, keen on getting out ahead of the surge of kiddies, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Rolling duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble. Go-karts and snacks. Good old days. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos is multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Classic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Sephiroth's professional floor attendant is ready to attend to them. Which of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. So, has anyone decided who they want me to go for? There's also a secret person that I will eventually get to at the end. So, originally Dexter voted for the himbo. Blue Rose, what is your vote? Okay, 1 vote for himbo, 1 vote for Naomi. That is unfortunate. And there's only 3 of us here. So yeah. D&D is in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Alright, so 1 vote for Naomi, 1 vote for Himbo. This is hard. It's hard to figure out. So who then? I would break the tie. I don't know. I guess we'll start with Naomi. I can smell disaster on the wind, and it smells sweet. As in, I could smell the box of birthday cupcakes one of the parents left near the ticket desk, with kids swarming around it, scavenging for their favorite icing colors. Flip a coin, that would be a good idea. Okay, so heads Naomi, I'm gonna do it for, like, Google. Heads Naomi, tails, Percy. Flip. Coin. Tails. Percy is first. At first, my inner child was merely offended that someone thought one of those icing blob cupcakes was superior to an actual birthday cake. But there are clearly larger issues at stake than that.
I want a chocolate! Don't take all the chocolate!
I want 2 cupcakes. Give me 2 cupcakes.
Children.
No fair! Everybody Naomi gets one, and mine's gotta be chocolate.
Okay. Of course, the kid at the front grabs the last
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
one. Parents aren't paying attention. They're too busy complaining about... And someone knocked on the door. We get to streaming KH3. The parents aren't paying attention. They're too busy complaining about their jobs, the weather, and the PTA and stuff. Meaning when the first cupcake is thrown, nobody's there to stop it.
Ah! Stop it! Stop it!
I want chocolate.
Oh. As Blobby wants icing and sponge cake go flying, I glance over to the coin games. Oh yes, of course. Blobby wads of icing and sponge cakes go flying. I glance over to the coin-op games, which are about to get caught in the crossfire. Naomi, who is busy trying to unjam a joystick one of the kids wrangled to hard, looks up to see the cupcake onslaught coming her way. As does Ashley, whose fuzzy outfit is nice and inviting target for flying confectionery. Act fast, Sephiroth. Who do I save? Dun, 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 dun. I guess since I'm doing Naomi after Pershing, I'll save her. Because I'm gonna make a save so I can come back and then do everything further. Quickly, I hurl myself into action. Both doesn't do anything. The clothes are totally ruined. Ouch.
What? No.
Unfortunate. I still, Sephiroth, I won't let you die on me. I'm not dying. The icing just kinda cold and sticky and gross. Oh. By this point, the lackadaisical parents have finally noticed the pastry wars and are busy rounding up the combatants for various scoldings. Is my English that funny? Oh man, my costume just got wrecked. I need to get out of this ASAP and put some strain treatment on it. Sephiroth, can you cover the floor for me? Considering it's my fault you got caked, absolutely. Not your fault. I mean, I guess the games cost more than my fuzzy belt. I'll be back ASAP.
Thank you.
That was so brave of you. I mean, okay, it was just cupcakes, but still, that was so brave. You saved the game we worked on together. Actually, only now that I noticed the joist game that was protected from a severe sustained cupcaking. I'm Naomi's hero of the day. She's smiling at me expectantly. Quick, Sephiroth, say something cool. Yeah! Take a cupcake for you any day. We were cornered in a dark The cold, dark alley. One horrible night assaulted by bakery goods. I'd happily take the sugar hit for you. Well, an amazingly unlikely event of exactly those circumstances happening, it's good to know I have someone protecting me. Aww.
Woohoo!
My knight in shining icing. Yeah. I better finish up my work here and get out of the way of the party. You've got more work to do. Good luck. With a brief nod from Gavin, I snatched one of the official Funplex shirts to replace my cupcake top. After a few minutes in the bathroom to change and wipe icing off my pants, I'm ready to go again. Right, that's sorted out, but the other two situations are about to stand out. I only got time with one of them. Which one? Alright, since I'm romancing Percy, I have to, do this. So, I'm gonna make another save. We're dealing with that. Percy and Gavin. We're gonna save. Put this over here. One little girl sitting at the end of a skee ball ramp, crying. No parent in sight to settle her, so the task falls to me. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about this sort of thing, with what the lawsuit happy parents lurking over by the vending machines, ignoring their kids, but poor Lieutenant Sephiroth decided to take the case. All the same. Hey, my name's Sephiroth, and I work here at the arcade. What's wrong? Can I help? Her sobbing pauses and she looks up at me. I lost my ticket. Someone stole them from me. I played and won a bunch of them, but then I put them down and was talking to a friend, and now they're gone. I glance around, but in a sea of kids, it's impossible to tell who the thief could be. I don't even have any tokens to play with. I spent them all on skee ball. My tickets are all gone now. Wah! Easy. We'll figure this out somehow. Although I got no clue where it even to start, to be honest. Maybe there was a witness to the crime. Percy would have had a good view of the redemption game area based on where Moopy's positioned. Gavin has the ticket desk and veritable crow's nest for the whole arcade. He could have spotted something. Or I could just bend the rules and solve this directly. To Percy! I'll get your tickets back, one way or another. Really, Mr. Sephiroth? Wait right here and I'll be back in a jiff. I walk up to Percy, tapping on him on the shoulder to get his attention. Sorry to interrupt, but that girl in pink over there, someone stole her tickets. I was hoping you saw something. Oh, He frowns a little, looking slightly embarrassed. Sorry, love. I'm not even gonna try to do the accent and embarrass myself. Sorry, love. I've been pretty deep into this run. Wasn't exactly paying attention. Poor girl. A ruffian's absconded with her tickets, you say? Yeah, well, I can't exactly expect you to babysit. I'll go check with Gavin. Now, no need for that. This obstacle can be removed rather readily. Perhaps be an object lesson as well. He steps away, letting his extra lives croak one by one. Something more important has clearly captured his attention.
Hello.
His best dad. Hello, my name's Percy. You say you need tickets? Yeah, I want to get the colored crayons. 50 tickets, I recall. Tall order, but certainly achievable. Here, let me show you the best way to reach your goal. He leads our little group a short ways over to a game of colorful spinning lights. Skee ball, even when played well, has an expected value of 4 tickets per token. But this game has an EV of 8. 10 if you're sharp enough. He demonstrates dropping in a token, the lights start twirling around and around, till he snaps out and pushes the single control button with perfect timing, capturing the light right between 2 pink goalposts. 12 tickets come streaming out of the slot, the maximum possible per token.
Lovely.
Simple, yes? Here, I could spot you some tokens to get started. He produces a short stack of brassy tokens from the ample supply in his pockets. but the girl just sort of stares in the game confused. But this game's really boring.
Pardon me?
Boring. It's got colorful lights, see? It pays very well. But it's boring. I like rolling the ski balls into the holes. But you want those crayons, yes? And this is the most efficient way to get them. The girl signs disappointed, but she's not crying anymore. The distraction was enough to crack her out of the feedback loop of despair, I guess. That was such horribleness of her lines. She hands the tokens back. Stink clinking lightly into...
Thank you.
Thanks, mister, but I got other crayons at home. I guess I'll just use those. Not exactly cheered up, not exactly bleeding. She mixes back into the crayon to find her friends and play with them instead. Well, my apologies, Sephiroth. Seems I've let you both down. Although I must confess to be rather puzzled by this. If you have cleared Stink goal, what's so bad about accomplishing it by the most direct means? She's 5. I think she cares more about fun than expected value. I'll admit my experience with children is unorthodox. I suppose it's best to admit my failure in this moment and move on. I'd let it ride, but curiosity takes me. But isn't playing Mr. Moopsy's Magic Maze fun for you? Why else would she play it all the time? Hang on, you spend all day, every day, playing Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, and that doesn't offer any tickets or rewards or any sport. There's a high score. Right. Are you really only playing for the score? Surely you find the game so fun. I mean, what drew you to Moopy in the first place? Why that game for your score challenge? The question puts him at ease. He pauses, unable to smoothly deliver an answer.
Well,
It's a bit personal, really. Not that I'm offended, though. No, I just mean it was a very personal decision to take up this particular challenge, this game. A mixture of nostalgia and a promise to keep. Shakes his head. I suppose this isn't the time or place. Others need your help today, Sephiroth, and this old man's got a game to get back to.
much obliged.
Thank you for trying to help that girl. Thanks for allowing me to try to help. Even if we both struck out, it shows character. As he returns to his game, having lost most of his extra lives, but doesn't seem to mind the setback. If anything, he's smiling more than he was a minute ago. The problems in the camp. Okay, cupcakes and tickets sorted out. As for that angry chatting parents by the dragon, looks like they went home, problem solved, but the boy she was shouting at is gone too. Hey, Sephiroth, you missed the fireworks, and I don't mean my dancing. What happened? Queen Bee glances back briefly in the middle of playing some samurai-based fighting game. Oh, something was screaming at this kid for no reason, and the parents got into a shouting match. Teo tagged them both down, but they decided to bail the party. All I did was point out that they were right next to a donut shop, frequented by some very red cops. Well, red cops. Drat, I was hoping to cool things off so they keep enjoying the party. Don't sweat it. Guy, you did good work out there, I can speak. Yeah, I saw that impromptu cupcake shooting gallery. What a miss. Those stolen tickets? Hey, kids can be jerks. You gave it your best. You're looking pretty run down, though. Why not take a break? I have a solemn sworn duty to bring peace to my arcade. F that. Go take 5. Truthfully, I'm pretty worn the heck out after all that. Teo's right. I need to step away from this craziness, if only for a few minutes. After a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. I forgot how long this game actually is. What a day. Quirky coworkers, die-hard programmers, volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness, or such a cliche, but nothing's an easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I've dropped down into one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work the kinks out of my sore shoulders. It's spotted an upside down kid. Huh? Oh wait, I am the one leaning backwards. Stood up and turned around and said, better? Wait, what's the kid doing back here? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi, and you're Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Sephiroth. So what are you doing back here? This is an employees only area. Wait, there's a keypad. How did you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. Holds out a piece of paper with a door code written on it. Huh. Score 1 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Okay, but you can't be back here. It's, well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically
Please
safe,
don't
but...
send me back out there.
Oh, well, this is curious. I lean in so we can be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the guy who solves problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Oh, don't you want to play with your friends? He gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here. My family just moved to the city, and before that we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him there and then, brought him back out to the party where the other parents could advise him. Should have told Gavin. Should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid, I won't telling you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks, you really won't tell my mom? Nope. Why? I thought you'd want to make me go. You're an adult like Mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. A new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends, not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd been working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided I'd just take what I could get and go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do, without being sad.
But that sounds so sad. You weren't sad? It's sad to never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. Then I bite my tongue hard. Because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Sephiroth out, even if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Sephiroth would have needed. Mommy loves you, that's why she works so hard. You know your mommy loves you, Mikey. She loves you very much. When I was a kid, I was mad at my parents for living all the time, taking different jobs. It made things very hard for me. But now that I'm older, I know they were working hard because they love me. They wanted the best for me. We're doing their best to get it. Life can be hard. Sometimes it's just no fun. But there's one thing that's always there. Love. They love you. He shoots me a doubting look. One of those little doubting looks where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but can't quite swallow it. Mikey, if your mom was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do that? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she. She knows if she works hard, one day you won't be alone. You'll be moving all the time. I was the new kid, remember? But now I have a home with my best friend and a good job. I work in an arcade. How cool is that? It wasn't easy. My parents were often sad, and I was often sad. But we pulled through, and so will you. So remember, she loves you, and you love her. That will get you through the sad times. Not a great answer. Doesn't solve the problem, but it does make things a little easier on Mikey. His long sigh, I can feel he's him releasing his sadness before offering a little smile. Not a big goofy grin, not the high of happiness, just a simple understanding. I love Mommy. It's sad a lot, but I know it's not always sad, and even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You still got some time to enjoy the party. Even if you don't want to talk to the other kids, there's a lot of games you can play. Hey, you go get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too. I know, right? This is so cute. Sad times too. And they could use someone to play with, someone who understands.
Thank you.
Aww. I want to play the speedball games. I'll spot you a few tokens. Let's get you rolling. Take his hand and lead him out back to the main room. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all of Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist that was entirely made flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself long ago, 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no arcade visits. Oh yeah, that's when he stopped going to the arcade. So that was 15 years ago. He was 10. That means he's 25. A year older than me. Well, by the year. Couldn't afford them. They couldn't take time off work. The whole Cater family had to learn to settle, to accept the lot in life we'd been dealt. To simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mirror. Mirror? I'd only known her for a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, when she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now here I am. Today has been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal, and way too surreal. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been very, very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep Sephiroth. My emotional voice and analysis of routines combined with your body language suggest you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How'd you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I'd love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
That's easy. I didn't. What? I'd lie. I was 47% sure. It has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements, fun atmosphere, spirited co-workers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-referenced your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoy arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
Another thing to thank Jennifer for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know?
Hooray!
I try to be. That was lovely. It's barely the end of chapter 1. And the car's pulling up in the parking lot. Seems like the party is over. It's just about closing time for the arcade, anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now. If they hadn't already filed the tidal wave of kitties. My first impulse is to go bug Gavin about my paperwork. But secondly, I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around checking in with everyone though. Who do I want to hang out with? Alright. This is an important save right here. Alright, give me a split second. Need a small break. Yeah, this is gonna be multiple streams probably. I'm guessing like 8 chapters. Alright, since we're pursuing Percy, having finished today's high score run, Percy's relaxing a bit by the movie machine, just casually browsing his phone before he heads out.
Quite good.
Ah, good. Market's up. My morning's trades will cash out nicely. And movie score? Oh, quite terrible. I'm afraid I had to restart twice. Meaning he played literally 75 cents worth of gaming all day long. Still keeping my skill sharp, yes. Practice, practice, practice. Plus, it was quite pleasant seeing all those kids having such a good time in the funplex. I always play better when people around me are happy. Except for the ones screaming in front of cupcakes or being hassled by angry adults or having their stuff stolen or... True. Your job does, by its very nature, bring you into contact with those who are specifically not happy. Should not love. There are good days, bad days, true, but an arcade is a place where the good ones outnumber the bad. It's a palace of dreams, you see. That's around the arcade, the palace, which is little more than a hole in the wall of the Twin Pines Mall. So, what's your dream then, aside from a movie? Or is it basically just nailing the world record? That was the correct answer. Oh, astute, aren't we? I suppose I'm here for more than the hot quarter pumping action, more than to relish in the smiles of those around me.
Unpleasant memories.
It's a bit more of a personal matter, and not an entirely gentle or pleasant tale. No intention of bringing you down. Your bad day, another notch with the story. You should focus on the here and now. You survived the birthday party. That's worth celebrating. Well, if you excuse me, I should really be heading home now. Job well done, and all that. For both of us. Cheerio, then? Yes, tip-top Cheerio, governor, fish and chips, Bob's, your uncle, and whatnot. Or, like a silly say goodbye. That also works. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Sephiroth. Did work today? Thanks, boss, mid-boss, sub-boss. Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high. So I'll just assume you're as close to perfect as it is reasonable. I'm not entirely sure why you consulted Percy regarding those tickets. He's not a staff, but I suppose that's a minor issue. Fortunately, the cost of cleaning our carpets and costumes of the cupcake assault will be a chunk of change, but I suppose you did all you could there. I'm not pleased that you sold our movie for only $1,000, not $3,000 as I requested. Gavin, we only paid $200 for that game. I'd be ripping off a customer. Customer with exceptionally deep pockets, and one who squats on that game all day, spending only a handful of change in the process. If anything, $3,000 is what we need to make up the lost profit from Percy being so movie obsessed. What's more, why is it still here is a good question. Was I not clear on wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Are you giving our poor little Sephiroth a hard time, Gavin, dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dream matters too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fella. Poor? Is Percy stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat. But sacrifices made in that name would shatter the dream of others, well, that's not what the funplex is all about. Sephiroth, you understand, yes? The reason why. Why am I here? That's the question she asked me during that interview. Now I think I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise, settle for what I can get, and go with the flow. Everybody I've met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passions. Nobody here is willing to give up their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams and won't accept anything else. I see.
Apologies.
Sephiroth, Mr. Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you're still keen to work here. I assume you're still keen to work here, Sephiroth. I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight. Hand them in to me first thing in the morning. Welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. Sure you'll fit in just fine, Sephiroth. One bus ride later, and it's home again, jiggity jig. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day.
Hey.
So, how'd it go? Tangled is great. It went well. Really well. Your little app came through, despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. You even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Heh. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
I can't. And did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Golden pizza bagels. It sounds wonderful. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits complete. Yeah, that was the first level. Entirely the Percy path. So here's the scores with people. It's all the way up with Gavin. And the second highest is Naomi. These are the decisions I've made. Lowest being Gavin. All that seriousness. Well, Ashley and Queen Bee are the same, just like with Teo. And mostly kind and a little funny. Not very serious. Proving to be a gentle, sweet, compassionate soul. Also, you scored 6,250 points. Nice. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, 350 slices per second. Wow. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes, I do. Alright, so I think we're gonna end it here, beginning with chapter 2, because that was a lot. Just strange word. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Let's save it. So yeah. Everyone have a wonderful day. I will see my friends for D&D. Juniper, the best girl. BYW. It's BYW. Oh, bye. Alright, well, text me later about it. Alright. Oh, this guy. I'll have to check that out. Alright, goodbye, everyone.